to our channel, Traveling Book Sisters. I'm Jessica, this is Tanya, and today's video is going to be about the books we bought while we were away in the UK and Ireland.
I bought one.
I bought 10. For some reason, even here, we are from Canada, Ontario, Canada, and our chapters has a fair selection of UK authors, and I just seem to be drawn to those books. I could just pick up a book and be like, okay, I get home and I realize it's a UK author. I love them. I can't help it. So when I was over there, I was like, yes! And they're way cheaper. Even if you convert them back to Canadian, from like pounds to Canadian dollars, it's still cheaper to buy them over there.
Yeah.
So I stocked up. Do you want to start with your one book, or do you want me to start? And
No, you can.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I should start.
Okay.
Alright. So the one book I bought.
She couldn't wait until it was released here in Canada.
No. It was literally going to be released before we even got back.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I want to read it now. So this is The Endless Beach by Jenny Colgan. It's a second in a series. It's about the same people in the first book. So you definitely have to read the first book to understand the second.
Don't read what it's about, you'll give it away.
Yeah. So Flora, the main character, has to go back home and stuff happens.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
A lot of stuff happens, like...
She's from a really small northern Scottish
She's like
Highland
the most
town.
northern part of Scotland
Yeah.
you can get. And she has to go back home and...
She ran away from home, let's put it that way. Not like ran away in the sense that she ran away from her parents originally, but she ran away from family life in general and just wanted to be herself.
She didn't want to be stuck on the island.
Yeah.
Is essentially what it was, but her job called her back, so she had to go back, and stuff just unravels from there, and this just continues the unraveling.
It's so good.
So I did want to throw it across the room.
Yeah. Alright.
Also, a really good author, if you haven't read her.
Yeah. So one of the books I bought was A Leap of Faith by Trisha Ashley. I had actually put a couple of her books on my wish list for chapters, but they were like 1 to 2 weeks shipping, so when I was over there I was like, hey, let's look it up. This one is about Sappho Jones stopped counting birthdays when she reached 30. So basically, yeah, it's about a woman who's reaching the big 4-0, and she's kind of freaking out about it, and she's wondering what she can do to not feel so old in a sense. But the thing is, she's lived a really full traveling life. She's a writer. She ends up in a small town where she bought a house, and she has a potential daddy in mind once she's, or at least donor, as she says. And there's so many twists and turns in this book.
Oh,
and
is
so
that
much
the one with
intrigue.
the...
Yeah.
Oh.
So much intrigue. It's like, honest to God. And her two best friends are around all the time, so she like reconnects with them in person, and she helps people out as much as it was herself, and it's just really good book. I can't reach down right now.
I know you can't.
The second one, I also had this one on my wish list, and so it may have been released while we were over there, but not yet here in Canada, and that is called
Hey, I saw her in the bookstore yesterday.
Cake Shop in the Garden by Carol Matthews. I like to bake, so really anything that generally has baking to it, I also like to read, because you get recipes out of them too. Maybe one day we could do a video about that, baking a recipe from one of the books I have.
Yeah, you can.
Says, Faye Merriweather runs her cake shop from her beautiful garden. She whips up airy sponges and scrumptious scones while her customers enjoy the lovely blossoms and gorgeous blooms. Looking after the cake shop, the garden, and her cantankerous mother means Faye is always busy, but she accepts her responsibilities, because if she doesn't do it all, then who will? Then Danny Wilde walks into her life and makes Faye question every decision she has ever made. When a sudden tragedy strikes, Faye's entire world is thrown off balance even further, and she doesn't know which way to turn. Can Faye find the strength to make a life-changing decision, even if it means giving up the thing she loves most? I think this is going to be a pretty good self-discovery book, with romance obviously involved. I find these all in the fiction section at Chapters. So another book I got was called You're the One I Want by Giovanna Fletcher. I originally found this book at Chapters, and I put it on my wish list. While we were over there, I actually found this plus 3 other of her books, which I will show you, because obviously I bought them, because this was the only one in Chapters. This one says, just stands at the back of the church at the end of the aisle. She's about to marry a man, but the best man and the best friend any two people ever had, and the problem... hold on a sec. You may have to edit this out.
I think she's about to get married, but her, the groom, and his best man have always been friends.
Yeah.
And she has feelings for the best man, and vice versa, correct?
I think that's might be what this book is
So
about.
she has to choose
choose.
of the ones.
Yeah.
Your wedding day's not the
day to
ideal
choose.
place to choose. Like,
no.
maybe choose beforehand?
I would think so.
Just thought.
Right? Don't say yes if it's not what you want.
Well, who knows? Maybe at the time it was what she wanted.
So the next one is called The Lemon Tree Cafe by Kathy Bramley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, this is another book where it has family secrets and an unexpected... I guess she unexpectedly finds herself jobless, and she goes to help her Italian grandmother at the Lemon Tree Cafe. And it just disaster looms as the cafe's fortunes are threatened, and Rosie discovers that Nona has been hiding a dark past of her own. So it's the older generation with the newer generation. They're both hiding secrets by the sounds of it, and when she ends up there helping her Nona, everything comes to head. Sounds good. I like when books have these kind of things, the secrets, keeps the book interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, I love romance, but when it has more intrigue to it than that, I'm okay with that. The next book I bought was Dream a Little Dream by Giovanna Fletcher again. It says, Sarah's doing just fine. Sure, she's been single for the last 2 years and has to spend an uncomfortable amount of time around her ex-boyfriend, his perfect new girlfriend, and all their mutual friends. And yes, her job as a PA to one of the most disgusting men in London is mind-numbingly tedious, and her career is a constant disappointment to her mother. But it's really okay. She's happy-ish. So, and then it goes on to say that she starts dreaming about a handsome stranger, and reality isn't nearly as exciting. That is until her dream stranger makes an unexpected real-life appearance. I guess we'll see what happens.
The next one she bought, and I'm doing this one because I've read it, is The Little Tea Shop of Lost and Found by Trisha Ashley.
Again, it was on my wish list, but not released in Canada yet when we were over there.
So it's about Alice Rose, who was abandoned in Haworth.
Haworth, yeah.
Yeah, the Yorkshire Moors as a baby, and was found she was newborn, like hours old when she was found.
Yeah, abandoned on the cliffs.
Yeah, only baking the scent of cinnamon and citrus and the feel of butter and flour between her fingers brings a comforting sense of home. So it seems natural that when she finally decides to return to Haworth, Alice turns to baking again, taking a run-down little tea shop and working to set up an afternoon tea emporium. Luckily, she soon makes friends, including a Grecian god-like neighbor who help her both set up home and try to solve the mystery of who she is. There are one or two last twists in the dark fairy tale of Alice's life to come. Can she find her happily ever after? There are turns and twists, and then a kaboom!
It's true.
Twist.
You would not expect the last twist of the book. You really and truly would not.
No.
Mine.
It's really good. I would definitely suggest getting it. Because the relationship in it
Both her books that we've shown so far are really good.
Yeah. Well, I haven't read the other one. But the relationship in it is actually pretty funny.
It is. It really is. It's like
It's not your typical one.
No. So this one's called The Beach Cafe by Lucy Diamond. And isn't there a song?
Lucy in the sky.
Okay, so it's a Beatles song, right? Wow. Basically, this is about the main character, Evie Flynn, and she is the youngest of 3 daughters. And I think her older siblings are actually twins. I'm not 100% sure. So basically, the main character, Evie, she feels like the black sheep of the family. Like, she's not good enough for her parents. She's not good enough for her brainy sisters. She doesn't like to do what they do, and she's struggling to live the life that she wants. She's with a boyfriend who is very sensible in the fact that he has everything lined up. He's very sensible in life, doesn't like to take adventure. And out of nowhere, her aunt dies and leaves her the cafe. Ooh. And she has a lot of decisions to make.
This is the one I wanted and then made you buy, right?
Yeah, this is the one Tanya wanted, and then I read it and I was like, no, I'm going to buy this one.
Yeah. See how our relationship works.
So she has to make a decision on whether or not she's going to run the cafe or continue her life as is, and it's actually really, really good as well. So highly recommend this one.
There's a bee trying to get in.
The last book, not the last book, the last Trisha Ashley book I have here It's called The House of Hopes and Dreams. This one was twisted in some points. I was like, "Ooh, interesting."
I feel like the other one was twisted. You were complaining more about the other one.
Yeah, the other one was more twisted than this one. But this one flips between past and present again. One of the main characters, he unexpectedly becomes an heir to Mosby, his ancestral home. And he's trying to fix it up, and he's doing it for his show, because that's what he does as a living, is he renovates, flips, like, cottages for people and stuff, because this is all based in the UK, guys. And as he does that, he needs someone to help with the windows, because they're stained glass windows, and his best friend from his childhood has just had a very hard time recently, and he goes and he asks her to join them to fix up the house and the windows, because the house was actually owned once by the top woman stained glass artist back in when women shouldn't be doing that stuff. So she goes and helps, and there's a whole family secret around it, and something to do with treasure, and it flips back and forth, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and it's really good too. You really need to read this one too. I really, 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 really enjoyed this one. I think I read it in like a day and a half when I read it. Lucinda Rowden and Trisha Ashley are my two favorites right now. Oops. Okay, and the last two books I bought are both by Giovanna Fletcher, and they're a series. I don't know, or at least, oh yeah, there's a Christmas one, so it's a series. I don't have the Christmas one.
The UK authors really like to do Christmas books.
Yeah, because Jenny Colgan does a lot of them too. The first one is called Billy and Me. It says Sophie May has a secret. Oh, I thought that was her last name. One that she successfully kept for years. It meant that she had to give up her dreams of going to university and traveling the world to stay in her little village, living with her mom and working in the local shop. But then she meets the gorgeous Billy, an actor with ambitions to make it to the top, and when they fall in love, Sophie is whisked away from the comfort of her life into Billy's glamorous but ruthless world. The relationship throws Sophie right into the spotlight after years of shying away from attention. Obviously, she has a secret. Can she handle the constant scrutiny that comes with being with Billy? And most of all, is she ready for the secret heartbreak to be discovered and shared with the nation? Ooh, intrigue. And then the second one is Always with Love. This one says that Billy takes a trip to visit his family.
So it's a continuation.
It's a continuation of this one, and basically says Sophie's got used to being the girlfriend of Billy Buskin, the biggest movie star in the world, sort of. So she's still, I guess, trying to find herself, and they have to deal with a lot of stuff because he's still in the limelight. And so I don't know. It sounded good. I have both of them. Apparently, there's a third one by the back of the book, and it says the title's Christmas with Billy and Me. We'll have to see. But that's all the books I bought in the UK.
Just a few.
Just a few. My suitcase was a little heavier coming home than it was leaving.
It's still underweight.
I was still really far underweight though, actually.
Yeah.
So I could have put more, bought more.
She was like shoving them all in her backpack for her carry-on. And then the hotel we were staying at had a scale, and she put it on there. And she's just like, I have so much weight. So she like only took out half of the books and stuck them in her suitcase. And she was still really far under.
It's true. But anyways, that's all I have for you today.
That's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed.
I hope you enjoyed this video about the authors that I bought from the UK. If you have any UK authors that you'd like to suggest, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to know, especially if I can get them in Canada. We do have a Instagram channel. It is our Instagram thing.
Everything's down below. All the links are down below for social media. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that way you get notified. Well, you won't actually if you just subscribe. You need to hit the little bell as well, and then set it to you want notifications. And once you do that, you will get all the notifications from us when we put out new videos. Mostly right now it is going to be book videos, but there might be a travel one thrown in here and there. Yeah.
We're saving, we need a bank account to grow from our current trip that just happened in May.
Though that's not going to happen if we keep going chapters.
It's true. It's very true.
Anyway, we hope you have an amazing day. Bye!